Hey girls, so I want to show you and tell you about foremilk and hind milk, because when I first started breastfeeding I had no idea what the difference between the foremilk and the hind milk was. So and on my baby board I see a lot of posts about their breastfed babies having green stools, and they know it's supposed to be like more of a yellow color, and they're all like, why, what is making it green? And so maybe this is a TMI video if you don't want to talk about poo and breast milk and stuff, but I think it's something helpful, and I wish I would have known earlier about it. So I'm filming this on my iPad, and I'm trying to figure out where to look. So sorry about that. But anyways, I wish I would have known. So I have some milk I'm going to show you, and then I'll kind of also tell you about it. So when you're breastfeeding, and I talked about this in my postpartum video too, so if you've already watched it, you probably don't need to watch this, but if you didn't, okay, so when you're breastfeeding, the first milk that comes out when your milk lets down and the baby is nursing is called your foremilk, and it's a lot thinner, it's more clear, it's more like water, and it quenches your baby's thirst. And then after all the foremilk is gone, the hind milk comes in, and the hind milk is a much thicker, much creamier, much it has a lot more fat in it than just regular foremilk. So that's where your baby gets like the dinner part of the meal, and that's where like most of the calories come from. So if your baby nurses and only gets that foremilk, they're probably going to be hungry a lot more frequently, and they'll be nursing more frequently. So that's why it's good to let the baby drain the entire breast first, and then offer the other side. So that way they get all the hind milk in the nursing session. And the green stool that the babies have is from an imbalance of foremilk and hind milk. They're just getting mostly foremilk instead of the calorie and fat-rich hind milk at the end of the nursing. So if you let the baby get more hind milk, then the stool should be like a yellow, and sometimes like seedy, or I don't know, it doesn't always have to be that way with the seedy, but that definitely means they're getting the hind milk. So anyways, I have two bottles sitting right here. One of these has quite a bit of foremilk in it, so you can kind of see, and the other one has quite a bit of fat in it. The one is from just a pumping session for a missed meal, so it has a lot more foremilk in it, and then the other bottle is a bottle pumped after a nursing session. And this is not all that I pumped, but this is what is left in the fridge. Because my husband, he'll like swirl it all together and warm it up, and pour a couple ounces into another bottle if he is supplementing with breast milk while I'm at the store or something. So the first one here, I'm trying not to mix it, but if you see, like, the bottom is a lot more clear, and then you can see the fat at the top. You can see the different layers here. That's all the different parts of the milk, and it separates like this when it's been sitting for a while. Formula won't do that, but breast milk does. And this one, you can see like a little bit of the foremilk in the bottom, and then you see this whole section here is milk fat. So I don't know, and when I feed from what I have pumped, I make sure to kind of swirl the bottle around, run it like under the faucet while it's closed, and get all the fat off the sides of the bottle, and get it all mixed evenly before I pour it in a bottle to feed. We don't feed from these bottles, I just pump into them. So, and that way you get a good balance of the foremilk and the hind milk. But that is what I know about foremilk and hind milk. If you have any questions, let me know. I might be able to answer them for you. But yeah, it's just something interesting that I didn't know our bodies did. And another thing about breast milk, I guess, while we're on the subject, is, if you have friends who have babies who are formula fed, as the babies get older, the amount of formula that they take increases. So you'll see a formula fed baby take like an 8-ounce bottle, and you'll see a breastfed baby the same age taking maybe 3 to 5 ounces. And that's because as the baby grows, your body changes the makeup of the milk. So it'll be more calorie rich, or whatever the baby needs at that particular stage in its life. Your body will adjust the content, the nutritional content. So they get more nutrition in less ounces. But a lot of care providers don't realize that, and so they might, if you give them your pumped milk to feed the baby, they might try to feed them too much, and then they're wasting your milk. So don't feel pressured to be bottle feeding your baby more pumped milk just because someone has a baby who's getting more. Because I had a friend who had a baby really close to my son's age, and her baby was drinking a ton of milk, and she was like, isn't Connor hungry? Doesn't he need more than that? And I was like, no, because they don't need as much breast milk as a formula-fed baby. So, and it's funny because Connor did take 1 bottle of formula a day, normally at bedtime, and if I didn't have enough pumped for the day to give him breast milk at night, I would give him formula, and it did help him sleep through the night, so my bad. It was kind of a selfish thing to do, but at the same time we needed sleep, so it's what worked at the time for our family. But he would drink 11 ounces of formula versus maybe 6 to 7 of breast milk. He was a big eater, he was serious about eating, but yeah, so even the same baby on formula and breast milk, my son took so much more formula than he would breast milk. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because it's things I wish I would have known ahead of time. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully I figure out the camera on here, and hopefully you can hear me okay. So yeah, thanks for watching, and like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Bye, girls.